Yo, what is happening, guys? Undisputed Vlogs, and today we are back with another reaction video. I did in the past where I reacted to the dumbest purchases I think rappers have made, and that was obviously them spending a lot of money on stupid shit. And a lot of people said they enjoyed that video, so I decided, you know what? I'm gonna react to the 10 craziest interior designs within houses all around the world. That's what we're gonna do today. And we're gonna look at their money and how much they have and feel worse about our bank accounts compared to theirs. That's what we're gonna do today. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Many of us spent hours daydreaming when we were young about our ideal houses. Maybe you dreamt of a huge slide spiraling from one
I
end
would
of the
still
house
dream
to
about
the
that, to
other.
be honest. That would be
Perhaps you
sick.
wanted an entirely jungle-themed room, complete with vines, plants,
I
and
never thought about
animals.
that. That would
Most
also
of
be
us
sick.
grew up accepting that we just move into a standard black and white property filled with only a little bit of imagination.
Yeah.
But not everyone gave up with their childhood interior design dreams. All of the people on this list decided to design the inside of their properties exactly how they wanted, ignoring societal norms and preferring their own imagination.
I mean,
Make
go
sure
them.
to stick around until the end to hear about the house that installed an entire feline transport system for the cats to run around inside.
For the cat,
Before
not
we get
even
busy
yourself,
with
for the
some of these
cats.
unique ideas,
For
make
the
sure to like
cats.
this video, subscribe to the Riches, and join our notification squad.
Okay.
Now let's get into craziest interior designs people actually wanted for their homes.
Okay. But do they have them though?
A
That's my
goldfish might
question.
seem
I
like
assume
the
so.
ideal pet if you're lacking space but still want an animal friend to keep you company. But not fish fan Jack Heathcote, who decided to turn his entire basement into Britain's biggest home aquarium.
What?
When he says his house is a bit of a dive, he's not joking, but he's not talking about the state of it, rather
Oh
the
my
interior
God.
design he picked when renovating his property. Jack, who lives in Nottingham in the north of the country, decided to create a
course he
private
lives in
underwater
Nottingham.
escape in his 5-bedroom home, filled with exotic species that are usually only seen in corners of the world like the Amazon and the Congo. There's even a viewing platform for when Jack wants to devote some time to admiring his collection of fish.
There's a few things. Number one, that is very cool. That is actually quite cool. I've never thought of that. It would be relaxing to just sit there and watch them swim. But two, the way you can get inside the tank and swim about. What if like someone comes in and they're like talking to you and they don't realize that hole's there? Like, do you cover it up to make sure nobody falls in, or do you just view it as if you fall in, well then whatever happens, happens, I guess. Like, I would,
tank,
like,
if it
do you
can
cover
be
it up?
called that, measured 12 square
He gets
feet,
in and cleans
giving
it?
plenty
Okay.
of room inside. Unfortunately, Jack had to take the tank out eventually, after he realized the 4,000-gallon aquarium was costing him $9,000 a year to run.
Oh, my heart. Imagine paying $9,000 for something you don't need. Imagine paying $9,000 in general for something. Never mind what you don't need. I'm a cheapskate. So, well, I'm not a cheapskate, but I don't like spending money on useless shit. I almost took a heart attack. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. And it's only going to get worse, because that's number 10.
Our next odd interior design
Oh my
also
God.
takes inspiration from the sea, but more from the sand rather than the water itself. This giant seashell house in Mexico City is incredible to look at.
Oh, I've seen
from the
this one.
outside
I've
and
seen
the
this one.
inside. Inspired by world-reclaimed architects like Gaudi and Frank Lloyd Wright, the owners, a young family with 2 children, clearly weren't satisfied with the typical 2-up, 2-down style of living. The home was built back in 2006, and one of its most prominent features is a giant wall of colored mosaics. Despite the colorful facade, it was actually built to blend in with nature, which might be hard to believe. Inside, the house is even more unusual. You'll find huge slanting white walls, circular furniture, and
You know what it reminds you of because of the colours and the bulbs come down? It reminds me of Charlie and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Like, literally, that's what it reminds me of. I'm not gonna lie, it's cool. I wouldn't live in it though. It's very cool. It's very cool. It would be a cool thing to have in your backyard. Like a mini one just to go in and just have a couple of drinks and play PlayStation or whatever. It'd be cool to have in your backyard, but not as an actual house.
any number
My
of
opinion.
plants. There are random
But
pillars.
it does look like Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
All of the mod cons, like the television, have been implemented into the walls themselves.
That is cool.
The seashell house might have done its best to blend in with its surroundings,
Bless
but
me.
it didn't do quite as good a job as this entirely wooden house.
Ooh.
Sure, it's sustainable and good for the environment, but variety is the spice of life, which makes us think this property is maybe a little bland. While the windows are made of glass, the tiles in the bathroom are ceramic and the floor is polished concrete. Everything else you'll find in this property is a different shade of wood.
This sounds weird. Everybody's gonna think I'm a weirdo after this, but I love like the designs on wood. Like I used to play Sims a lot, and see whenever you play Sims, like you just like that wall that you literally just seen, like just a light colored like wooden wall with like different shades. I don't know why. But wood has some fucking great designs sometimes. Like, it just does. Like, sometimes wood has some great designs, and within a house it looks amazing. Just my opinion. I love, like, the wooden floor and shit. Like, I just love that. But, like, as walls, bro. As walls. That is so cool. It just is. It's so cool.
Sure, it comes in different.
You probably think I'm a weirdo now. I don't care. It's cool.
The house, and it's definitely one of a kind. The kitchen counter has been built like a giant Lego game with different size blocks that all fit exactly into each other. All of the walls are formed with wooden panels, and most of the home accessories are an equally interesting shade of brown. Want to see another house built almost entirely of wood, but for a whole other purpose? Let's take a look inside the world's first skateboarding house. It might be the dream for many boarders around the world, but for one former world champion and skater, it became a reality. If you take a look inside
Shay would love this. Shay would love that.
And chairs,
100%.
cooking appliances, and more. But if you take a closer look, you'll suddenly spot some very slanted walls that look like they could be perfect for skating on. This house is divided into 3 spaces, one for cooking, eating, and general day-to-day activities. The second includes the bedroom and bathroom, but it's the third space, the main features of the skate park, that really
it wouldn't help me at all because I can't skate for shit, but it's very cool.
And then becomes the ceiling in a continuous surface forming a tube of a 10-foot radius. It's perfect for practicing tricks, but don't think you're restricted to 1/3 of the house for picking up the speed. All of the furniture is skateable too, like the kitchen island or the bed itself.
That is cool.
If you
That's dedication right there.
The wooden house might be a bit of a fire hazard, you weren't alone. And the next strange interior design we're looking at might be slightly more fireproof because it's
I was about to say, is that why they showed you the Flintstones? It looks like it's made of stones.
Was the owner of a single-story structure reminiscent of the Flintstones cartoon in Malibu. Spread across 22 acres of land, there's plenty of space to make use of, but you need a good bout of imagination in order to move into this place after looking at the interiors. All of the walls are odd-shaped, slanting stone. There appears to be little to no direction when it comes to putting together this property. You'll find sprawling beanbags on the bright white floors and creaky old wicker chairs placed around a slab of marble that acts as a table.
That's cool. That is cool, but it seems like a type of place that I would like to stay there for a couple of nights, and that's it. I wouldn't like to live there.
Maybe, if you're a fan of nature, that last interior design really
there was also no
windows.
So
one house in Japan decided to do just that and created an unusual 3-story property that came with a twist. It had a huge slide scaling one side of the house. This crazy place is wrapped with staircases and a corridor on one side, and a slide on the other side.
From the outside, it looks very plain and boring. Then you get in, you're like, oh my god, there's a goddamn slide.
So when you're in a rush, you won't have to tackle all of those pesky stairs to leave quickly. Designed by Japanese studio Level Architects, this 1,762 square foot property is located in Tokyo.
That makes sense.
We imagine the kids living in this property absolutely love showing off their house slide. We're kind of...
The kids living in this property, if I lived in that property, I would show it off as well. Every single intro to my videos would be me sliding down that motherfucking slide. That would be every intro.
Almost jealous. What else would you implement into your property other than a slide given the opportunity? Let's take a look inside this house in Plymouth, England, where every creepy movie could have been made. That's right, it's a house with 2 different rooms hidden behind bookcases. But unless you knew they were there, you probably wouldn't consider the secrets from the past at this house. The rest of the interior design features are straight out of a typical
Okay.
family home and come with paneled
Looks like
walls,
a
wooden
basic home,
flooring,
yeah.
and glazed windows. There are all of the mod cons you could need, and it actually looks rather comfy, so we can only imagine what's behind those hidden secret doors. But this house isn't the only to feature hidden rooms. In fact, it's pretty common for celebrities to request the same thing when moving into new properties. There's even a company based in Arizona whose entire
I would
job
do
is
that,
to
to be
install
fair.
high-tech, secure secret rooms. But what if you
I would do that, to be fair. Like, I would have, it's just my office in a hidden room. I would literally just have my office in a hidden room. I would invite people over while I'm in the hidden room, because nobody knows where I am. I would invite people, get my friends to invite people over, and I would just make as much noise as possible from inside the walls. But, like, I would actually, like, scare the living shit out of them, because they'd be like, no, Josh is out, and they wouldn't be able to find a hidden room, because only I know how to get into it, and only my friends and all do, probably. So it's like, I would just fucking scare the shit out of them. That'd be great.
You wanted to take your house to the next
I
level, but also
am a
wanted to
terrible
keep
person.
it pretty normal looking during the day. You would have to think pretty carefully about a design that could be easily covered, hidden, or changed at short notice.
Yeah.
And now's where we show you some amazing paintwork designs by European artist Bogie Fabian. This incredibly talented artist is known for her glowing murals, which look just like standard white walls during the day but come alive when the lights are turned off. If you're more of a maximalist rather than a minimalist, these designs might just be the ones for you. And it's not just the walls that she can attack with her creative genius.
Oh,
These murals can
that
also
is-
cover the floors and turn your room into a jungle, outer space,
Nah,
or
that is
just
sick.
about anywhere else
That
you can
is
imagine.
sick.
Could
I would
anything
have
be
that.
better than the walls
100%.
lighting up as you're getting into bed? What about getting
There's
into
nothing
bed
better.
while admiring an entirely themed room surrounding you? One lucky 6-year-old boy in Minnesota requested exactly that when his parents decided to renovate his room. The child decided he wanted a pirate ship themed bedroom, and designer Steve Cole went all out with the planning. The main
Alright, sorry, my camera was having a bit of a problem there. Anyway,
stuck to the wall and
Yeah, no,
guaranteeing a
that's
day's
crazy.
adventures like no other. But that wasn't the end of this pirate-themed takeover. Also in the room is a rope bridge that connects the pirate ship to the top of a jail cell and another rope for drop-in access to the wardrobe. But if you don't fancy walking the plank to exit the boat, there's also a secret hidden slide that acts as the perfect gateway
That is
if you
the
find yourself
definition of
in a
privilege,
spot
fam.
of trouble.
that's... Imagine having that much money that you give a 6-year-old all of this. Someone who doesn't even know how to fully appreciate shit yet. A 6-year-old and you give it to... Like, if I was 6 and I asked Mum, can you renovate my room? Should buy a candle, come in and light the candle, be like, there you go, new room, renovated. There you go. That's what she would have done. That's exactly what she would have done. She wouldn't have built me a fucking ship. She wouldn't have built me a slide. She wouldn't have built me a plane bed, a racing car bed. She wouldn't have given me none of that. She would have bought me a candle and said, there you go, renovation done. I stop asking for shit. That's what she would have said.
It's not only kids who can appreciate the effort that parents go to when designing their bedrooms. One home in San Francisco decided to go above and beyond to install a feline transport system so their pet cats could wander around the house with ease. It might look like a poorly concealed ventilation system, but in actual fact, this carefully constructed series of pipes was built in order to let humans and animals live together without getting in each other's way. Designers from a company called Because We Can, based in California, originally came up with a clever contraption for their own cat in the office in order to keep the cat away from customers. It was also a clever way to show exactly how innovative the company could be. And it paid off, because shortly after, the commissioned transport system was installed in San Francisco too. And judging from the reactions, the cat seemed pretty happy to have its own walkway around the house. Maybe next we'll start seeing dog-sized transport systems, or maybe even water-filled
I don't
versions
think dogs
for
would enjoy it
aquatic
as
pets.
much as cats. I really don't think dogs would enjoy it as much as cats. They were crazy. Some of them were mad. Like, legit. They were crazy. Like, the amount of money that was probably spent on, say, a 6-year-old's room, because I don't think she said it. The amount of money that was spent on that, just imagine that. Like I said, my mum would have literally come in and be like, here's a candle. That's your room renovated. And I shut up. Stop asking for shit. Come down for dinner because it's ready. That's what she would have said to me. That's crazy. It was very sick though. My favourite one was the art one. See that one whenever you turn off the lights and like the walls and the ceiling, like the floor light up, that would be so cool. I'm really into like my art, like all these different shades and colours. I would love that. Especially if it was like a space background and it just lit up. Oh, that is so cool. I would love to have that. I will never have the money for it, but I would love to have it. But yes. So, let me know what one you actually thought was your favourite in the comments. I actually want to know. Let me know which one you thought was your favourite in the comments. Smash the like button. As always, subscribe if you haven't yet already. Remember to check out my TikTok. As always, I will put it here. I haven't uploaded in a couple of days, but like I said, I'm trying. I'll upload Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays this channel. Saturdays the podcast. Every single day, Gamer Channel. Hopefully by Monday, I'm going to be streaming 5 days a week again. And then I'm trying to upload on my TikTok every day or every 2 days. We're trying to do it on all platforms. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to expand it and entertain on all platforms. So like I said, check out my Twitch, a link below. Check out my TikTok, I just showed you. Check out my Gamer channel if you haven't already. And subscribe to this channel because I really do appreciate it. So as always, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this. Hope you all are staying positive. Hope you all are staying safe. I hope you all are having an amazing day. As always, I've been Undisputed. And I'll see you in the next one. So, peace.